Welcome to burndebris.com. Today we're going to see a real-world video of how to burn in high traffic areas. We're going to answer some important questions too. For example, what are the smoke opacity limits according to the EPA? What is the suitable size excavator to feed a fire? What are the correct and incorrect loading methods? And how you can burn in a high traffic area. This video is about the use of air curtain destructors. These machines have many names, such as Air Curtain Destructor, Air Curtain Incinerator, Air Curtain Burner. These machines are basically the same. Now, what we're taking a look at is an overhead view of a burn site. Look at the roads. Notice how large they are. This gets a lot of traffic during certain hours of the day. So, when you're in a site like this, they're typically requiring you to be 300 feet back from the roadway. We'll show you a diagram here in a second. This pit is actually sitting in about 358 feet back, so we had plenty of clearance there. Here we see a pit being laid out. The best width is about 9 feet. If you go further, it starts to smoke more. And we see how the walls are straight on each side, but they're spaced about 9 feet apart. The depth we recommend is around 15 feet. Some can be 10 or 8 feet, but 15 has some secondary benefits. Here you'll notice that as they're digging out this dirt, they're taking some of it and creating a soft berm or a bed along the edge of the pit. That's to set the manifold on. Notice here we have good straight sides. You want to use the correct size machine. Here's a 19-foot machine, which is too small. Here's a 25 to 30-foot reach machine. That's recommended. We're referring to the length of the boom. Now, let's watch a demonstration of using a machine that is too small. As you watch this small machine move into position, again, it has a 19-foot reach. He's only about 4 feet away from the edge. That's not a safe distance. The heat, as it gets hotter and hotter as this flame increases, you can't hardly sit there as an operator. Now, the larger machine that can reach out 25 to 30 feet, it's going to get into position but still be back away from the intense heat. He's approximately 12 feet or so back from the edge of the pit. That's comfortable. Notice that the brush is dragging the edge of the ground. That's knocking in dirt, filling up your pit faster. It's better to raise your debris a little higher and drop it in. When loading a pit, you really want your material to be evenly spread across the bottom. In this clip, you're going to see the debris go more toward the center. Notice the arrow directing you to the edge. If the operator had loaded the material a little closer to the edge, the material would have laid flatter in the bottom of the pit and it would have actually produced less smoke. Notice how this turns out. Let's see how many seconds it takes for the machine to recover and get us below 10% smoke opacity. While this is a great machine, it's just too small to use on large fires with an air curtain burner because it burns so fast and so hot. Notice how, because the fire is so hot, the operator is going to try and push it in. Watch what happens. We're going to show you this from another angle. Look at the incredible smoke. This pile starts to incinerate even before it gets pushed into the pit. Not only is dirt being slid into the pit, but there's no air curtain to help minimize the embers that are being blown up into the air. When you drop it in the pit, it stays below the air curtain. In this case, this turns into an inferno, and as it slowly rolls in, the flame just gets bigger. The embers are not being captured. Notice the increased smoke. This is what an air curtain burner is meant to avoid. Another thing is the edge of this pit will start to become eroded as the material slides down the wall. This will eventually destroy the side walls. While the operator is adjusting his machine, notice the pile there at the edge starting to light. Let's reset and look at a better way to feed the air curtain destructor. That was just a 6-second recovery time for the smoke to clear by dropping it in appropriately. Here again, you'll see a puff of smoke, but it will clear in seconds. Here is a clip of the general material being burned. Let's look at the smoke again. What are the smoke opacity limits according to the Environmental Protection Agency? Well, during the startup period, within the first 30 minutes of operation, the limit is 35%. Air curtain incinerators typically operate at 10% opacity. What you're looking at in this picture is 3 to 5%, well within air quality limits. Well, we're here to help. Feel free to call us at 678-793-8546. Of course, please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications for more videos.